Now yesterday was awesome because I was woken up by the postman to a package. Here we go, the fragrance that I am going to review for you guys again. That's right, again, I've already reviewed this. This time I've got a bottle of it and I'm so happy. Carven Homme. Yeah, I got myself a bottle of Carven Homme. I only paid like £35 for this. And I'm so in love with this fragrance, guys. Oh. Well, let's talk about how I got into Carven Homme, shall we? A good friend of mine, Travis, and his YouTube channel, Zenobia Scents, was very kind to send me quite a few fragrances from his collection in samples. And Carven Homme just so happened to be one of those fragrances. And as soon as I sprayed the sample on my hand, I instantly fell in love with its sheer quality. Something about it just turned me on. Not in that way. In general. Smells fantastic. So it's taken me only a year and a half or so, to get myself a full bottle of it. And not only is it like a bottle, but it's also the biggest bottle you can get in this fragrance. It's a 100ml, and I'm just so happy to have it. So guys, let's go ahead and talk about the presentation. So here's the presentation, guys. Let me just move this box out of the way. So yeah, here's what the box looks like. We get plastic. All this is plastic around here. We take the top off like this. And what we get in here is actually really cool because it kind of looks like the bottle's floating a bit. You know? It's really cool. And, and when you take it out, you get this. Like that. And then you just take the plastic off there, and then you get the bottle right here. Now this bottle design, pretty simplistic, but I do really like it. Gives off a sort of, you know, chic, smart, gentleman sort of look to it. If I put it on my face here, you can see the fact that it says Carven Homme on the bottle. You can't really tell at all, actually, because of my shit camera. But yeah, that's pretty much all it says. So yeah, we get Carven Homme, Paris underneath, Eau de Toilette 100ml. Yeah, that's pretty much all. And then we get a C on the top there for Carven. So it's a nice little feature there. And the sprayer looks like this. So yeah, I really do like this bottle design. I mean, the only problem with it, of course, is the cap comes off very easily, but it is awesome. I just love the color of the juice. Such a classic, dark color. I absolutely love it. It's great. Absolutely love it. So guys, let's go ahead and talk about this fragrance. Here we go. So some of you are probably thinking to yourselves, okay, what is this fragrance? The only reason I say that is because the House of Carven have also another fragrance called Carven Homme. And I noticed a lot of you were commenting on my last review that I did for this fragrance, asking me questions like, is this the same fragrance as Carven Homme? Is it the same smell, or has it just had a different packaging design? No. This is a completely different fragrance that was launched in 1999, whereas with Carven Homme was released, I believe, 2015. Could have even been 2016. When was it again? Oh, fair enough. So yeah, this is an older fragrance and sadly discontinued. But anyway, guys, let's talk about this fragrance. Now, the House of Carven was founded by Carmen Di Tommaso, who was born in 1909, and she founded the company of Carven in 1945. The first fragrance under the brand name of Carven, Margrife, was launched in 1946. It was a green chypre floral. Yeah. Of course, Carven also have a fragrance called Vetiver that was launched in 1957, which is, to this day, Carven's most popular fragrance. Now, Carven Homme, here we go. Now, I don't know who the perfumer is. I haven't been able to find who designed it. But whoever has designed this fragrance have created a masterpiece. But this fragrance does get compared to fragrances like Gucci Envy, which is a discontinued scent that was released by Gucci in the 1990s. Apparently that is a masterpiece. If you want to pick up a bottle of that, you can pay a lot of money, seriously. It's up there as being one of the greats in the fragrance world, a sort of lost masterpiece. This one is discontinued, however, you still can pick up a bottle of it fairly cheap, which is pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the notes for Carven Homme, okay? Now, in the top, we get bergamot, lavender, juniper berries, geranium, and rosewood. Here we go. Now, the sprayer is quite decent. I don't even know where to spray. Decent sprayer. Considering this fragrance is really old, it does have a good sprayer. So the opening for this fragrance is very warm. It's very, very spicy, very woody, and has a vintage sort of quality to it. I don't know if that's just my bottle, but it does have a sort of very old-fashioned gentleman sort of smell to it. It's kind of giving off this rugged sort of smell, like it's kind of like a smooth leathery sort of maybe smell. It's also got this sort of like smoky smell, which I will talk about because the note that's creating the smokiness is in the fragrance. But yeah, it's kind of got this sort of zestiness from that bergamot. I can smell juniper berries. They smell very green, very outdoorsy sort of smell that it gives off. And the rosewood gives it that warmth, you know. I just love it. It's so warm, rich smelling in the opening. It's so good. Absolutely love it. And once the fragrance has been on your skin for an hour or so, you get the rest of the notes. And the middle notes for this fragrance, we get cinnamon, coriander, nutmeg, cedarwood, sandalwood, and vetiver. Now this fragrance, the more you wear it, the better it gets. It opens up very spicy, so it smells great at first anyway, but after that hour mark, the fragrance just, it smells divine, seriously. It's like a sweet wood smell. It starts to get creamy and it starts to get softer. The cinnamon is definitely giving the fragrance its spiciness, and it gives it a bit of a festive sort of smell. And I was watching a review by the one and the only, truly fantastic, Lanier Smith. I was watching his review for this fragrance, and he even said that it has a sort of Christmas sort of smell. And I have to agree, it definitely does. It's very festive smelling, warm, inviting, a very nice close quarters fragrance. It's the type of scent that I think if somebody was sort of sitting next to you and they smelt it on you, they would really like it. It's great. I really, really like this fragrance. In fact, the sample that I've got of this fragrance, I remember spraying it on my parents on their hand, and about a few hours later I went downstairs and I could still smell it on them, and it smelled absolutely amazing. So honestly, the longer this fragrance has been on your skin, the better it gets. Get a lot of sandalwood, a lot of cedarwood. Like the woods in this fragrance are so rich. They're just absolutely fantastic. But I want to talk about the best part of this whole fragrance, which is the base notes and the dry down. So in the base notes for this fragrance, we get leather, labdanum, patchouli, amber, musk, tobacco, and vanilla. Yeah. But yeah, in the dry down, what we get is a very creamy smell. A very soft, woody dry down. Very nice vanilla. It's very rich. Doesn't smell strong, I think. Once the dry down comes, it sits very close to the skin. But once you can pick out the smell, it does smell fantastic. It would be nice if it was a little bit stronger, but the dry down is just simply beautiful, guys. Very soft vanilla. Not spicy at this point. It turns into a more musk, sort of soft, leathery, woody base after this point, and the spices sort of drift. So if you do like spicy fragrances, guys, you're going to love the opening in this fragrance. But if you do like soft, sort of unique dry downs, then this is a great one to go for. Honestly, guys, Carven Homme is a masterpiece. And for anybody that can get their hands on it, seriously, consider it a hell of a purchase because it's a fantastic scent and I love it. This one is different again in its own right. It's such a unique scent. Definitely a scent that I'm going to be wearing a lot this autumn because of how warm it is and how spicy and rich it is. This is going to be one of my favorite fragrances for the fall of this year, and I'm so excited to start wearing it. It's absolutely fantastic. It smells great. So guys, thank you so much for watching my review on the fantastic Carven Homme, a beautiful spicy woody scent which smells just, it smells like £1,000,000, honestly. It's a beautiful scent. Thank you so much, guys. If you guys have any questions or whatsoever, please do let me know in those comments. Thanks, guys. Have a good one and keep smelling good. Bye-bye for now.